Hi, everybody. Welcome to Talking About Israel and Stuff, the podcast. This is just a short clip for you. Enjoy.
Oh! And I want it nasty.
And then when I came here, you do the local working on the branches, you don't
So
know.
so the 80 volunteers living here, you guys all live together in like a communal quarters? And
Yeah, they had the old wooden barracks. I don't know where they came from. Tzach would know. I don't know where the barracks came from.
The barracks?
might have
Wooden
been
barracks. They were like army barracks, and there were 3 volunteers in each.
They might have been
the original
like
buildings,
Haganah era.
Yeah,
from,
probably the
from the British
people,
mandate before the war, when the Haganah and the
Maybe
Palmach,
I don't know if
used
I always meant to find out if they actually built them here or they just bought them here, because they were like a duplex. You had 3 volunteers one side, 3 volunteers on the other side. Everyone, on these little beds about this yay wide, about 60 or 70 centimeters wide.
And so you'd work normal jobs in the agriculture mostly.
Yeah.
And then you'd get your food and board, your meals and everything
you
like
get
that.
a couple of days off a month to travel around. And
But you didn't get paid, right? You're a
Yeah,
volunteer
you get
basis.
paid.
But,
We actually, I think you were almost.
so you were basically
We were almost getting what a member was getting. I think
illegal
Really?
foreign workers.
Yeah, I mean, members have kids and all that sort of thing as well.
Yeah.
But it wasn't big money.
No.
But even back in those days, the kibbutz members weren't getting big money.
Right. Well, and your cost
it was
of living
enough because
was-
you're getting
Yeah, you
food
go to
and
eat and
laundry, the whole
yeah.
business.
Wow. Okay.
So, and it was great, like. to
Where
come
where
from-
did you work? What do you remember you yourself? Was there one branch where you worked that kind of sticks out in your mind?
Yeah, well, I started off in. I can't remember where I first started off, but eventually I ended up in the chickens. They were looking for tough Australians to work chicken exporting, which is one of the most grueling jobs you can do. You're carrying 5 chickens in each hand all night,
Wow.
sometimes for 12 hours, because they do it at night because the chickens during the day are too active.
Right.
So you might, as soon as, you can
Start a riot
start
in the coop.
You start off and there's a group of about maybe 12, even more people. And the kibbutzniks, of course, were picking up off the floor, because if you don't pick them up the right way, you break a leg and they're not kosher anymore,
Yeah.
So it was all well thought out. So you had 3 or 4 people, in fact, picking up off the floor, and then you had 4 people receiving them, and they would walk to the door and hand them out, and then lift them up onto the trucks, and all this. That was in summer, so it wasn't so bad. In winter, it used to get a bit tricky with slipping on the crates
man.
and all this sort of thing. But that was a real popular sort of thing. Anyway, you want an interesting story?
Sure.
Funny story.
Yeah,
sure.
by all
The
means.
Japanese, we had a group of maybe 6 Japanese here.
Yeah.
A few of them were old time too.
Just for clarification, they come here from Japan usually to study.
Yeah, because there are
study Hebrew
kibbutzim
and
in
study
Japan
the-
as well.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Makuya? Japanese Makuya?
No. This
Okay.
was before Makoya. This was some professor. some
Kibbutzim
Japanese
in Japan?
Yeah.
That's
What's
interesting.
his name? Schwarzi worked on one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that he speaks a little Japanese.
Yeah, that's what I think he worked on. But they're
Kinda like
multi-million
socialist
dollar
commune.
businesses there. It's mainly based around a guru or
Okay.
a concept.
Okay.
Or kibbutz is also a concept, but it's
Yes.
more around a personality.
Oh, you mean that ideology can actually be a good thing for a kibbutz to succeed?
Well, a lot of the religious
We
ones
should look into that.
are still kibbutzim because they believe in a.
They've
a
got
certain-
something, something binding them together. It's more
Yeah.
than just
So you were working with the Japanese?
Working with the Japanese. Anyway, we had one guy there, Hiro. He was a university graduate, but his father was a banker, and it was
It's pretty funny. He probably made that up. Hiro, I'm pretty sure, just means person.
Hiro.
Japanese.
That was well, he could. I don't know, but he was
Nice.
like a Mr. Moto. He had his little hat turned up at the front. He was very quiet, and like typically Japanese, good worker, never complained, nothing. Anyway, we were working one night, and I was on the truck. I was.
Okay.
I was putting them into the cages,
Right.
They must have recognized my ingrained talent as a
chicken
a
cager?
chicken cager. Anyway,
Well, you're either born with it or you're not.
we were
Everybody knows
right
that.
up to the end. I think we did 5 trucks, 5 semi-trailers, which is unbelievable.
Proud of you for not making a dirty pun.
It's well, there's a lot of chickens in the coop, so we'll
A
get
lot
there.
of chickens. You can put 10 chickens in the coop, It depends on the size of the chickens. But
Oh.
anyway,
So size does matter.
we're getting towards the end of the night. It was all, you're on adrenaline by that time because you're walking like a zombie all night carrying, and so all your muscles here get
Yeah.
drained, and you're bending and lifting and all that. Anyway,
It sounds like a lot of
was
fun.
Yeah, it was incredible. Hero was in charge of the of taking the chickens from the guy lifting up from the floor to the
Lifting them up onto the truck.
to the semi trailer,
Right.
and then he had to pass up to me. Anyway, you have to have a rhythm because you can't have the guy swinging chickens up off the floor and then waiting like that for half an hour
Yeah.
because
Right.
you kill his back. So everything had to be puck puck puck.
It's like a
Anyway,
bucket brigade. Like
I got the wing of a chicken caught in the door of the cage.
Oy.
So Hero, the guy in the middle, had already lifted the chickens up in the air, and being a good Japanese, he didn't want to complain, so he stood there for a little while and trying to get the wing of the chickens in. And then all of a sudden he wanted to attract my attention because it was getting a bit hard for him, so he calls out, and just then the chicken shit.
Oh, no.
And it hit him right in the mouth.
Oh, no.
So up to today, I can hear him. He's standing there with 10 chickens in his hand, looking up at me.
With a mouthful of
Tears
chicken
in his
shit.
eyes, almost all the shit coming out of his
God.
mouth. White, like I think the chicken had shul too, diarrhea. And he's going.
But he's still holding the chickens up in the air. He won't let
But he
them
couldn't
go.
put them down. You see,
Those Japanese, man,
he
they
was
are
Japanese.
dedicated
That's
dedicated
dedication.
people.
That is
Yeah.
dedication.
That